struggle with access to reliable water.
Plus, 2 local families come together in a time of need.
And in sports, a Southern Ohio Copperhead player etches his name into the record books. And Newswatch starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Jacob Mata.
And I'm Peyton Simchek. Welcome to Newswatch, your source for news impacting southeastern Ohio. Conflicting laws have allowed a Kanawha County Circuit Court judge to block enforcement of West Virginia's felony abortion ban. Judge Tara Salango granted the Women's Health Center of West Virginia, the state's only abortion provider, a preliminary injunction against the ban. The 1800s law allows sentencing of 3 to 10 years behind bars for abortion. The ACLU argues the state's criminal abortion statute cannot coexist with laws passed since Roe v. Wade. This includes the state 20-week ban on abortion and a ban on abortion sought because of a disability.
Many Vinton County residents are still without access to clean, reliable water. The county is hoping funds from the Application Regional Commission will be able to bring reliable water to residents. Every 2 weeks, Jim Anders comes here to this water filling station by the Cross Creek gas station in Allensville to get water for his house.
Yeah, I've hauled water for 12 years now. We've lived down here permanent for 12 years. And the county water is at the end of our road.
In Vinton County, about a third of the residents are in the same boat as Jim, relying on filling stations to get water for their homes. For Jim, access to reliable water is frustratingly out of reach.
Last estimate we got at the trustee meeting was $90-some thousand to bring water a quarter mile up the road.
The county had a plan in place last year to run water to some county residents, but the funding never came through, so they're trying again.
The county is still eligible to apply for ARC funding, and we submitted an application in May to ask the Appalachian Regional Commission to step in and help.
As the county pushes forward, Jim is left frustrated and in limbo, waiting for the day he won't have to come out here to get water.
Good evening, guys. Right now in Athens, currently it is 85 degrees, which is really nice. I mean, it's partly cloudy. You're gonna feel that heat index of 88 degrees. The wind is calm, humidity is pretty decent. So if you are feeling that sticky sweatiness, I mean, that's pretty much where it's coming from. But overall, really nice temperature. As far as our local radar goes in Athens, I mean, it's really clear right here, nothing passing through. I mean, in Huntington earlier, some rain was coming down. Now we're really seeing that in Charleston, light showers. But again, as far as Athens goes, you're really not gonna have to worry about anything. For our local temperatures, we're looking at low 80s to high 80s. In Charleston, we're kind of seeing that low 82. But if we go up to Lancaster, we're seeing like an 84, which is in the lows, an 86 in Wilmington, and an high 88 in Athens. But will that continue for the weekend? Find out on my full weather forecast.
Thanks, Olivia. There will be no independent candidates running for U.S. Senator of Governor in Ohio this fall. Secretary of State Frank LaRose says neither candidates Kelly Prather or Neil Peterson got the required 5,000 signatures needed to run. F. Patrick Coonan did get the valid signatures for the governor, but he voted Republican in the primaries, therefore he is not independent. Terpshore Tormaros, a pro-Trump conspiracy theorist podcaster who was disqualified from the May Republican ballot, also received the valid signatures. She plans to run for Secretary of State against LaRose and Democratic candidate Chelsea Clark. The Ohio Supreme Court ruled against a second Republican-drawn map of the U.S. House of Districts today. In a 4-3 vote, they rejected the gerrymandering map so it can be reworked. The map violated a 2018 constitutional amendment aimed at preventing partisan gerrymandering. GOP commissioners called it their best attempt to avoid partisan favor while abiding by the Constitution. The decision returns the map to the state lawmakers and then the commission for a third try.
2 families are using their special bond to raise awareness about cancer. Newswatcher reporter Silver Barker has more on the miles for the Kyle fundraiser.
These cheers weren't just about supporting this group of runners and walkers, but something deeper and larger.
We're idiots.
It's about people coming together to support when times get tough. It all started in 2020 when the Johnson family came across the Facebook page supporting Kyle Rudder.
We had followed Kyle's journey through his cancer journey through Ewing sarcoma.
A year later, the unexpected.
I wasn't prepared to be Give me a second. So I was never prepared or dreamed that I would be going through that same journey.
In May 2021, Braylon was diagnosed with osteosarcoma. And Melissa says that's when she reached out to the Rudders for support.
And like, for instance, Jessica and Derek, they were complete strangers before this. And we feel like we've known them forever now. So it's a bond that no one ever wants to have, but when it's there, it's a blessing to have those people right beside you.
Kyle and Braylon were both in remission by March of this year. Now, the Johnson family is returning the support with the help of a neighbor as the Rudder family deals with the return of Kyle's cancer.
So Braylon is actually my next door neighbor, and I did a fundraiser for him, a large fundraiser for Braylon, and in turn I ended up meeting up with Jess through that process.
Rankin has hosted multiple fundraisers for cancer events. However, this time,
I decided then that I needed to do something bigger than the last fundraiser that I had done.
And so they run, walk, and cheer. A community coming together in a family's time of need.
These times are difficult, and sometimes you feel the loneliest, but you actually have a whole community, and it can be overwhelming, but we are so appreciative.
Reporting for Newswatch, I'm Silver Barker in Athens.
The next fundraiser for Kyle will be held Saturday, July 23rd, hosted by the American Legion. Coming up, why 16 Congress members were arrested in front of the Supreme Court. Plus, how people are staying cool from coast to coast during an intense heat wave. These stories and more when Newswatch returns.
Next time on Auntie's Roadshow, did this guest find a treasure at a yard sale?
I stopped this particular day and I saw this picture and I picked it out.
In a yard sale?
Yes.
That was quite the yard sale. The detail.
The details,
the
yes.
The detail is amazing. You could spend your life looking at this painting.
Wow, yes.
Find out more next time on Antiques Roadshow from Cottazon in Sarasota, Florida.
Monday at 8 on WOUB.
On country music, the birth of bluegrass.
I mean, how many people can say this man right here started a whole new genre of music? Bill Monroe did that.
And the life of the hillbilly Shakespeare, Hank Williams.
Songs are the magic carpets that change things. The world changed because of Hank Williams' songs.
When country music continues.
Thursday at 9 on WOUB.
Plants across the seasonal world have developed many different strategies for success.
On Nova, Universe Revealed.
Our Milky Way is this beautiful place, like an abstract painting.
The technology is absolutely amazing.
We can peer into the future.
The Andromeda Galaxy, that faint smudge of light, will collide with the Milky Way.
We want to know where we come from and our destiny.
Milky Way on Nova.
Wednesday at 9 on WOUB.
More than a dozen lawmakers were arrested today during an abortion rights protest in front of the Supreme Court. The Democratic members of Congress marched from the Capitol to the court, which was fenced off shortly after the leak of the draft decision overturning Roe v. Wade. Within 2 minutes of arriving at the Capitol, police ordered them to cease and desist. Instead, they sat on the street and were led away one by officers. Capitol Police say 34 people were arrested, including 16 members of Congress. Among those arrested, Representatives Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar, and Jack Speer. Investigations into the Uvalde, Texas shooting are not yet done. This as parents confront school officials at a board meeting. Isabel Rosales reports on the demands for change.
Angry and frustrated, Uvalde parents slapping the school board with an ultimatum.
If he's not fired by noon tomorrow, then I want your resignation and every single one of you board members, because y'all do not give a damn about our children or us.
Parents calling for the immediate firing of school district police chief Pete Arredondo.
Why the hell does he still have a job with y'all?
While state authorities have blamed him for the disastrous law enforcement response, Arredondo claims he was not in charge during the shooting.
Oh, shots fired! Get inside! Go, go, go!
Just 25 days away from the new school year, many students too scared to go back.
How am I supposed to come back to this school?
The school board looking into delaying the school year and virtual learning as it works on security issues like faulty door locks.
They say they're trying to fix things or give us a sense of direction or a sense of hope or anything, but every time they try, they just simply fail.
The raw and emotional school board meeting comes just one day after the release of this preliminary report outlining a series of failures by law enforcement.
It's going to take months, if not years, to get a full reporting with a timeline to really see what had occurred.
These shattered families vowing not one more child.
I lost a loved one right here, my only granddaughter. I can hold myself together now because I've done my crying. Now it's time to do my fighting.
I'm Isabel Rosales reporting.
Steve Bannon is in his second day of trial for not sitting down to talk with the House committee investigating the U.S. Capitol riots. Jury selection began at the federal courthouse in Washington, D.C. yesterday. The court will ultimately choose 22 potential jurors to serve during Bannon's trial. The longtime ally for former President Donald Trump faces 2 criminal misdemeanor charges for his non-compliance with the House subcommittee's subpoenas. If found guilty, he faces a mandatory minimum of 30 days in jail for each charge. The White House Tuesday released a new executive order relating to U.S. hostages and detainees. The order allows the administration to impose sanctions and visa bans, not those involved in hostage-taking and wrongful detention. It also aims to create more transparency between the administration and detainees' families when it comes to sharing intelligence information. The White House says the order is meant to deter wrongful detentions and strengthen efforts to bring unlawfully detained Americans back home. While some families of those detained applauded the order, others say not enough is being done.
A heat wave is sweeping across the globe, impacting much of the U.S. and breaking records in parts of Europe and the U.K. Chris Wynn has the latest on more than 100 million people in the USA under heat alerts across the nation.
Across the globe, scorching temperatures are causing major concerns as people struggle to find relief.
We are trying to avoid the extreme sun.
The United Kingdom bracing for even hotter temperatures after the national all-time heat record was shattered midday Tuesday, according to the country's National Weather Agency. Heathrow, home to London's main airport, recorded a temperature of more than 104 degrees Fahrenheit.
We've never had this kind of heat, so why would we be prepared?
In France and Spain, thousands have evacuated their homes as several wildfires rage throughout southern Europe. Here at home, more than 100 million Americans are under heat alerts that touch portions of more than 20 states. The worst of it centered over the plains and lower Mississippi into much of Texas, where heat warnings are in effect.
We need to be prepared for much more severe events happening much more frequently, and that affects the emergency management system outside of just the city of Dallas, but at definitely the regional, state, and federal level.
Scientists say climate change is fueling the heat.
I think we just have to adapt, don't we? Our homes have to change, our way of life has to change, really, doesn't it?
I'm Chris Wynn reporting.
The White House is set to take executive action on climate. This comes after Democratic Senator Joe Manchin torpedoed his party's efforts on sweeping legislation last week. President Joe Biden said last week he would take strong executive action on climate, but did not provide details. A White House official says right now all options are on the table, including declaring a national emergency on climate. But no decision has been made yet. A national emergency declaration would give the Biden administration broader latitude to take action and use government resources to tackle climate-related issues. We are expected to hear more about Biden's plan tomorrow. How airports are helping anxious flyers as millions of people travel across the nation. That story still ahead.
Will you be needing a bathing suit or an umbrella this weekend? Find out in my full weather forecast.
On country music, the birth of bluegrass.
I mean, how many people can say this man right here started a whole new genre of music? Bill Monroe did that.
And the life of the hillbilly Shakespeare, Hank Williams.
Songs are the magic carpets that change things. The world changed because of Hank Williams' songs.
When country music continues.
Thursday at 9 on WOUB.
On Nova, Universe Revealed.
Our Milky Way is this beautiful place, like an abstract painting.
The technology is absolutely amazing.
We can peer into the future. The Andromeda Galaxy, that faint smudge of light, will collide with the Milky Way.
We want to know where we come from and our destiny.
Milky Way on Nova.
Wednesday at 9 on WOUB.
Next time on Auntie's Roadshow, did this guest find a treasure at a yard sale?
I stopped this particular day and I saw this picture and I picked it up.
In a yard sale?
Yes.
That was quite the yard sale. The detail.
The details,
The
yes.
detail is amazing. You could spend your life looking at this painting.
Wow, yes.
Find out more next time on Antiques Roadshow from Cottazon in Sarasota, Florida.
Monday at 8 on WOUB.
Plants across the seasonal world have developed many different strategies for success.
Today in Athens, it was mostly sunny. We saw a temperature high of 86 and a temperature low of 67, which we kind of saw more in the morning time. However, although it was humid today, I mean, we saw some pretty nice temperatures. For our local radar, again, we're really not seeing anything pass through right now. I mean, we're pretty clear, so I would say there's nothing to fret over. If we go down here near Charleston, there is still some rain that might pass through, but again, nothing too bad. In Athens, you're safe. For our regional radar in northern Ohio, we're going to see a little bit of rain showers trickling down as well. However, again, in southeastern Ohio, you do not have to worry about that at all. For Athens tonight, I mean, 67 for the overnight low is a pretty good summer night to me. I'd wear a light jacket still, and I'd also say that I wouldn't be expecting too much humidity, sweatiness, or anything like that, as it's going to be mostly clear skies. So you're going to see that kind of clear up and less humidity like we did earlier in the day. As far as Athens tomorrow, we're kind of seeing what almost we saw today, but just a little better. I mean, 89 degrees with a temperature low of 70 and partly sunny. I mean, guys, I know you might have work tomorrow, but I take a little bit of time, if you can, just to get out there, maybe go to the pool, the beach, the lake, just get some really UV rays in if you can. For Friday, again, we're kind of seeing what almost we expect tomorrow. Mostly sunny, high of 90, 66. I mean, we're really just continuing with a good week. Except, guys, I hate to say it, I'm so sorry. Saturday and Sunday, we're looking at slight chance of storms. For Saturday, there's a high of 92, a low of 69. Sunday is a high of 90, a low of 70. Again, there's a slight chance of storms, but even if the storms don't occur, I'd still expect some cloudy skies. So if you have an event that you really need some good sun for, I'd kind of push that to Friday evening if you can after work. For our full 7-day outlook, Wednesday, again, we're going to see a high of 89, a low of 70. There's going to be a cold front on Wednesday night, I will tell you that. So temperatures will kind of decrease a little bit on Thursday with a high of 87 and a low of 65. On Friday, it's going to come back up just a little bit. You're going to see a high of 90 and a low of 66. On Saturday, again, guys, it's going to be high 92, a low of 69, unfortunately. Same with Sunday. And we're going to kind of see that continue into the week. I mean, Monday, we're going to have a high of 86, a low of 70, but a good chance of thunderstorms. I mean, same with Tuesday. You have a high of 85, a chance of thunderstorms. I mean, who knows if this will really continue out through the week. However, I genuinely say, for Saturday and Sunday, if you still want to do something, I really plan indoor events, maybe get to read that favorite book you never have, or watch a movie, talk to your family. But I'd really suggest that you take advantage of Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, because those are the days, even though you're working, that you will probably be able to really enjoy the sun and get those UV rays in.
Thanks, Olivia. Since June 1st, TSA has screened an average of more than 2 million people every day.
Mandy Gaither shows how an airport is easing anxiety.
In North Carolina, it's busier than ever at Asheville Regional Airport.
You've got a lot of travelers who are just trying to accomplish a lot of different things, standing in lines, getting checked in, going through security screening.
Oh my gosh, you're so pretty. But Murphy is helping to ease some travel woes. He's one of 15 ambassadors that roam the halls with their trainers with only one job: to provide a little love.
You can see some of that stress, physically see it melt away.
Even at our lowest times, animals can provide joy and companionship.
I've been a long-term believer in the connection between mental health and pets.
Cleveland Clinic psychologist Susan Albers says they can reduce stress, even help with depression and anxiety.
When we interact with pets, there is a decrease in the cortisol level. Cortisol is the stress hormone that pumps throughout our body when we're feeling stressed and overwhelmed.
The airport celebrates the birth of its program every year, along with holidays, a kissing booth on Valentine's Day. That's right, smooches from pooches. They plan to expand the program.
When you witness that with your own eyes, you realize, this is a great service for travelers.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The airport spokeswoman says the animals will never approach a passenger without permission.
She says all volunteers get security background checks and have to go through intense training before becoming a part of the airport's program.
The Ohio University women's volleyball team recently got new hardware. Find out more when Newswatch returns. And be sure to stay tuned to WOUB. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on your public television station.
On the road for 3 weeks
This is blowing our minds.
to follow the Muslim thread woven through the fabric of our country.
Ooh, those are spicy.
Thank you.
Whoa.
You remind me of an upside down dervish.
We're taking the great Muslim American road trip.
Whoa.
End of the trail.
Tuesday at 10 on WOUB.
This month in Passport on the PBS Video app, your on-demand library for the best of PBS.
This is the point where you reveal I'm not even human.
Wow! Oh my goodness!
Mentally, we're extremely fit. We have this incredible ability to adapt and persevere.
What Ballet Trocadero has done over the years is turned ballet kind of on its head.
These and other shows from your PBS station are available with Passport on the PBS Video app. Download it today.
On the Great American Recipe.
We want to see what recipes you would make for one of life's special celebrations. This week, I'm in it to win it.
That's a workout. Now I know why I've given the grandkids this job. Working it. What do we got on time?
5 minutes, guys. We can do it. There is a crazy intensity in here.
We're down to the final 6 of us. Hopefully everything comes out in the end for the judges.
The Great American Recipe, Friday at 9/8 Central on PBS and the PBS app.
I have a lovely niece who's afraid you'll find something scandalous.
On Finding Your Roots, Sigourney Weaver,
I can feel the energy.
Justina Machado,
I have a blank slate.
and Amy Ryan.
I'm English, Polish, and Irish. As a kid, I referred to myself as a mutt.
3 actors.
You're kidding!
That's true. And the secrets that hid their ancestry.
It's incredible.
Until now.
Well done. You found a scandal.
Finding Your Roots.
Tuesday at 8 on WOUB.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. The Ohio volleyball team is being recognized for its work in the classroom. The team received the United States Marine Corps American Volleyball Coaches Association Team Academic Award for this past school year. The award honors the volleyball teams that maintain a year-long grade point average of 3.3. This is the 13th time Ohio's volleyball team has received this award. The Copperheads are enjoying a day off while on a 3-game win streak. The Cheds beat the Sandusky Ice Howlers 12-9 thanks to an impressive performance from Kyle Ratliff. Ratliff drove in 4 RBIs while going 3 for 6 at the plate. 2 of those hits were home runs. Maverick Stallings joined in Southern Ohio's hit parade. He went 2 for 5 with a home run and 2 RBIs. The Copperheads' next game is set for Thursday on the road against the Licking County Settlers. Kyle Ratliff heads into the game with a franchise record. Those 2 home runs last night gave him 9 on the season, the Copperheads' single-season home run record. The previous high was 7 home runs. 2 players reached that mark, one in 2012 and one in 2018. Juan Soto hit a few home runs last night, en route to winning the 2022 Home Run Derby. Soto takes the crown after defeating Julio Rodriguez in the final round with 19 home runs. The Nationals outfielder helped him win the Derby by just a day. Seattle's Julio Rodriguez had a good showing as the runner-up, hitting 81 home runs across all 3 rounds. He holds the new record for most home runs hit in the first round by a rookie after going yard 32 times. So guys, the Copperheads had a pretty good day yesterday, and Kyle Ratliff. How are we saying that this momentum from last night is going to help them throughout the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think it's so awesome that he set that record, and on his birthday too. That makes it even more special.
For sure, and then I think with him setting that record, that could give him the momentum to keep winning games. They've won a few in a row now, and they're just going to keep on going.
Yeah. Thanks, Jensen. Home Depot is marketing a 12-foot tall Halloween skeleton. Nicknamed Skelly, he's been a big hit over the past few years. Competing retailers like Walmart, Target, and Lowe's are following suit. To compete with Skelly's, Lowe's is offering a 12-foot lighted animatronic mummy. Walmart is countering with a 12-foot scary slim man, while both Target and Walmart offer 12-foot inflatable ghosts. With the pandemic finally winding down, retailers are expecting Halloween 2022 to be big.
Athens tonight, again, we're seeing that 67 overnight low. If you're going on a walk, if you're even going on a drive, there's nothing to really worry about because it's going to be mostly clear skies. We're not really seeing any cloudiness or fogginess that might get you to not do that. So that 67 overnight low, again, I just say probably get a light jacket if you're having plans tonight. And for Athens tomorrow, we're seeing that high of 89, temperature low of 70, partly sunny. Again, Wednesday to Friday, and even now Saturday is looking pretty good, but Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, just please get your rain jacket out.
And that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. I'm Jacob Mata.
For Olivia Roman and Jensen Neck, I'm Peyton Simchek. Stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour coming up next. And remember, you can find the latest news anytime at WOUB.org. Have a great night.
Support comes from Visit Athens County. More information can be found at AthensOhio.com.